Hello, Leo. This is Feel the Soul, and I'm here with your reading for the month of October, the second half. I have cleared these cards and I have shuffled them. I'm going to do it again in front of you all, and I hope you guys are doing really well. Lately, I've been just getting straight down to business, so I also don't want to talk forever when I know you're all waiting for your reading. Okay, here we go. And we are going to read for Leo, second half of October. Here we go. First card is the Ace of Wands. Next card is the Seven of Swords. And, wow, the Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Wow, that's trippy. What's up, Leo? And then we're going to pull one more card. I'm going to put it right here, okay? The Queen of Cups. Okay, let's see what I hear, and what I feel, and what I sense. The Queen of Cups. You know, we're looking at a strong figure, female energy. God, I feel like I'm talking about it like there's a party going on here. I feel like these are different people in a scenario. Let me see. I'm just starting to feel it. I'm like, this is another dude. This is another dude. So I'm just like, I'm already feeling that. So, okay, let me just make sure. Let me see what's going on here. The Queen of Cups talks about a female energy usually. This is how I'm feeling it right now. And she is trying to decide something. She's trying to figure something out. Is this you, Leo, the Queen of Cups? I feel like you're trying to make a decision. That's what I'm hearing. And I feel like you're trying to make a decision between certain people. It's like these two are separate people. And this card needs to go with this card because this is separate. That's what I'm feeling. So we have you here trying to make a decision. And whatever this decision is, it's a really big decision for you. At least that's how you feel. The Ace of Wands talks about something pretty big in your life. Maybe a change of livelihood, a change of home. You know, I'm talking more like a big change in your life. To me, the wands are always about movement to me. Like when I see a card with the wands, I feel like, oh, this person is a person who's taking some action, physical action, not anger, and not that. Like they're productive. They go to work, they make a decision and they follow through with it. They're people that don't like to sit still. They're not lazy. And so when I see the Queen of Cups trying to make a decision, I feel the Ace of Wands comes in talking about this big choice, this big decision in Leo's life in the second half of October. Now, to me, I kind of quickly think about two male energies. And I would want to just say out of the blue, out of the bat, I'd say that these two people, I don't even know if they're both so great choices. One is the Seven of Swords, and he can't be trusted. And I think you know that. And the second person, the Ace of Swords, is a much more serious person, much more direct, definitely in charge. And I think this person has their hangups, maybe control issues. And I feel like Leo is trying to make a decision. Now, even though we have a Queen of Cups here, that could represent you, male or female, the Ace of Wands talks about a life choice or a decision that's going to be made. And then we have two energies here that are separate, and they're different energies. I think they're male. So what I'm trying to say is this doesn't have to be about a relationship like, a lovers or sexual. This could also talk about a business relationship, two friendships, a friendship, um, decisions. This could even stand for two different, I want to say, entities that are not even people almost, but the pictures come out that way. This could be two projects. One is very um, unsecured and volatile, and you don't really know the outcome. You can't trust it necessarily to come out on time. And this project here, it's going to take more effort, and you're going to have to be precise because it's going to need real attention to it. So that's what I'm getting also. So I think I'm talking now about two different scenarios. One, though, is about energy between human beings. And it could be that this individual here is trying to make a big decision about two other individuals. Um, two energies. And like I said, it could be friendship, it could be lovers, it could be potential lovers, and it could just be about it's just people. They're people. I can feel it. They're just separate people. So this could even be siblings. Okay? And then the other scenario is it also feels like this could be a life choice for Leo in regards to two projects, two things that I feel like Leo feels they have to make a decision or they're considering taking a jump, a big leap. And these two projects have, they each have their issues. And so I think that Leo in the month of October is trying to decide, do I want to take this on? Do I want to do this? Because both of them, even this Ace of Wands should feel great, right? But to me, it doesn't feel so great. Maybe because it's next to the Seven of Swords. But I feel like it's got its own complications as well. And you could take this right back, and this could be about a woman with two guys, right? Let's just use that. And like, these prospects aren't so hot. So, and I think that Leo is trying to make that decision. Leo is trying to figure out, are these two people or these two projects, are they worthwhile? Should I step in and take it on? And I feel that's what's going on in the month of October for Leo. You're really just thinking. And I think you want to be smart about it. I feel that that's what you're saying to yourself. Like, I have to be smart about it. I don't want to use any like affection or attention. Like, let's just say you've had a business relationship with them, not even talking lovers or anything. If you had somewhat of a relationship with one of them, you've had lunch with them, a business lunch or something, and you're like telling yourself, okay, well, just because I had business lunch with them doesn't mean that I have to give them my business, or I don't have any loyalty to them. And I feel that you are contemplating about like the rules about how to look at this and like almost follow guidelines. I don't know if those guidelines are personal guidelines that you have, like you have a book of rules that you kind of like feel like you use, and that's okay. if you use something like that to help you figure out, like, people have the pluses and the minuses, something like that. Um, and then there's this other half of me that's also saying, no, there's also here some kind of rule book that pertains to work and about maybe like dating somebody at work and you're not supposed to, or you're not supposed to do business with somebody while you're at work because it's a conflict of interest. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But I feel like, Leo, you're in a good place. I know that it's tough for you, but you're kind of in the driver's seat, aren't you? You're kind of good. You've got the Ace of Wands there. You've got a change coming. You're a cup sign in this reading, which talks about the fact that you're full of this. You're flourishing with energy, and it's plenty to give to others. You're an intelligent individual, and you have good, respectful manner towards others. And the book that you're holding here in this card talks about that you have some intellect as well, and yet you have the feather, which says you also have like the gift. Like you have this gift of like being in both worlds, the professional world and kind of being like one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling. And I feel like you're kind of in the driver's seat. Not a bad place to be, really. Not a bad place to be. I think you're just having to sit back and really make the judgment call about this. The Ace of Wands talks about you making the call, making that big decision. It could even be that you're the employer or something of this nature, if you will, and you have to make a decision who's going to get the promotion, this guy or this guy. Who's going to get fired, this guy or that guy or girl. Um, or you're making a decision like, um, I almost feel like you're even saying, I don't really, not, you're, I feel like you're not even thrilled about too much about the decision. Like, I feel like you're like, I'm seeing like the fire here and the sneakiness over here. And I'm kind of thinking, you're thinking, and your head's looking the opposite direction. And I just feel you're kind of like, these aren't the greatest choices. And that's kind of how I'm feeling. But the wonderful thing here is you're in the driver's seat. You make the decision. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Hey, I know a lot of people, a lot of signs that would love to be in your position where they can make the decision, because in some of them, they don't get that choice. So they don't. It kind of gets thrown at them and then they have to kind of deal with it. And some of the signs this month, I think we're seeing some of that. But here for you, I feel like whether you know it or not, I hope you do know it. You know, don't be in turmoil over this. Be who you are, Leo. Tighten your belt, wash your face, look at the pros and cons. And if you have to make a decision, you make it and you move forward with that. And if there's some kind of feeling of regrets, because I'm hearing no regrets, so I'm going to say this. So if you have some kind of regret or fear that you made a poor decision or something doesn't work out the right way, whether it's a relationship or job related, friendship, whatever this is, um, I feel like you have to accept it and you've got to own it, kind of know it. You had you made the best that you could out of it and you move on, because it sounds like to me you didn't have great options to start out with. That's what I'm thinking. But you're in the driver's seat certainly here. I see it here. And so that is good. So in October, you're in position to make a big boss decision. So you're the mera chingona or chingon here. So that's what I'm feeling for you in the month of October. And it's more about you just making a decision. Um, I don't think you really have a right or wrong here. I think you just have to, well, maybe you don't have to make a decision, but I don't think you have great choices here. And maybe that's something that you're going to have to communicate or relate to somebody else. I say seek out advice from an elder. Get experience and wisdom from others who might be in similar scenarios. don't base everything on them, but you can hear it and you can be able to separate it from yours, and then you can make some choices. Sometimes when you hear other people's scenarios, I don't want you diving in being like, oh, that's going to happen to me. No. What you do is you look at that and you're like, okay, that's a possibility. So I need to be aware of that. I need to be aware of that. And it looks to me like, Leo, you are. You're in the driver's seat. The Ace of Wands is in your power, and you're holding the feather. You're holding the book. And I think that whatever this is, you're capable of doing that. And if the choices aren't so great, your job is to just take care of the business at hand, which is you and whatever relates to you the best that you can. And that's all that the universe and other people can ask of you. And we'll see how this, maybe in the November's reading, we'll see if something kind of like this comes up or pops up. But there's so many scenarios that this can fit, so it's kind of trippy. Okay, I am Feel the Soul, and I am so grateful to read for you. I wish you all the best, and I will see you in November. God bless you, and bye.